am Barbara Sexton-Smith, the Metro Councilwoman representing District 4. And along with me here today, I've noticed on the front row, it looks like half the Metro Council is here. So if the Metro Council members would stand up, give them a big round of applause. Before we get started, I want to invite up here with me is Father David Sanchez. And David Sanchez is going to bless our time together today with a blessing and a short invocation. So Father David Sanchez, thank you.
Let's begin in the name of the Father, the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. May God, the source and origin of all, from every good things come to us, be with you all. God has given us our physical powers in order that we may serve Him joyfully, help one another, and by discipline in accord with the law of God, may our bodies fit for every good work. God therefore approved the recreation for the relaxation of mind and exercise of the body, care for our bodies, foster mental well-being, and we more readily establish friendly and affable relations with other people. Listen to the word of God from Corinthians. St. Paul says, "Do you know that the runners in the stadium all run in the race, but only one wins the prize? Run so as to win. Every athlete exercises discipline in every way. They do it to win a perishable crown, but we an imperishable one. Thus I do not run aimlessly. I do not fight as I wear shadow boxing. No, I drive my body and train it for fear that, after having preached to others, I myself should be disqualified. Now let us bless this place. Lord, we sing you praises without ceasing. You rule over all things with wonderful order. You temper the cares and burdens of our toil, and by giving us rest and healthy recreation, you refresh our weary bodies and mind. We entreat your kindness, that this place and its facilities will contribute to leisure activities that renew the spirit and strengthen mind and body. Grant that all who meet here may find the enrichment of companionship and together offer you the praise that you do. We are this to Christ our Lord. Amen.
All right. Father, thank you so very much. Butchertown is so lucky to have Father David Sanchez. Well, we all know Louisville is home to a championship team, and I have a challenge to, that's right, let's clap for our team. And I have a challenge for another team of speakers, 7 speakers today, so here we go. You are the lineup. You're the championship team. Rumor has it that you're going to set a goal today. You're going to run through these remarks faster than any other 7 people have ever done. And it's your job to cheer them when it's time for them to sit down if they get to that point. All right, ladies and gentlemen, first up, you ready to go? Ryan Gedney, our Senior Vice President and Architect, is going to lay out the vision. Ryan Gedney.
Well, I first have to just say I've been to a lot of these things, and this is incredible. It's, I think, for kind of a project, so I'm really excited to be here. Our project started with a neighborhood. It was really important to us to understand not only Louisville, but Butchertown and the culture of this place at a broader level, and that drove everything we did. So we worked really hard with the people you see up here, as well as the fans, to really create a place that's unique to them, and it's their house, it's their place, and so we take a lot of pride in that, and that drove just about every decision we made. The event starts well before the match and well after, and so we really put a lot of emphasis on the idea of the stadium being a much bigger part of this community, And we're just so proud to be a part of it. So picking up on, a warm and eclectic neighborhood of Butchertown, that's something that we wanted to see in this stadium. So you see it in the big iconic things of the canopy. It's this very barrel-like structure, all the way down to the smallest of details. This is about a place that's unique to only here. There's a lot of stadiums in the world that kind of plop down as these big white and gray edifices that could live just about anywhere. And our approach was to do the exact opposite. So we hope you like it. We're excited for you. I can't wait for the first match.
Okay.
Thank you.
That was fewer than 2 minutes. The race is on. All right, I think Ryan gave a little tip there to the bourbonism when he said a barrel-like structure. I picked up on that, sir. Next to join us in this race to success is the president of the Louisville Metro Council, President David James.
Hello, everybody. Repeat after me. Lou City! Lou City! All right. I promised Barbara I was going to do this in 30 seconds or less, and I'm not going to fail. I'm going to do this one more time. Council members, will you please stand? Councilman Pat Mobile. Councilman Rick Rockwell. Councilman Bill Hollander. Councilwoman Mary Ann Butler. Councilwoman Sherry Bryan Hamilton. The Metro Council's... Oh, where's James Peden?
Over here.
Oh, James Peden on the left. There he is. I'm sorry, I didn't see you. So, the Metro Council really invested heavily into this project because we believe in it. I remember a few years ago, many of us were at one of the games, and we were at the Bat Stadium, and we said, why don't they have their own stadium? And it was a very short time later that Tim Malloy came to us and said, we need our own stadium. And so, $30 million later from taxpayer money, we are here, and we're here to say thank you for being with us. We're glad to be your teammates, and we're looking forward to the first game. Thank you.
President David James, it was only 45 seconds. That was woo! All right, ladies and gentlemen, you cannot put together a public-private partnership like we are going to unveil here and break ground together today unless you have a phenomenal leader leading the largest government institution in your city. Please welcome Mayor Greg Fisher.
All right, go Louisville City. Are we ready for this? Yeah, we're more than ready. But I tell you, it is amazing when you think back now. It's just been 4 years since Louisville City said we're bringing a soccer team to the city of Louisville. And look where we are now, 4 years later. Amazing progress by everybody here. It's taken all kinds of people. Let's get the government people out of the way first, right? We've got our council, of course, city government, governor and his team. It took us all together to kind of help make the deal work. But it would not have happened if we did not have a fantastic team led by our fantastic coach, James O'Connor, and the boys out of Louisville City. That's right. USL champion, Louisville City FC. Positioned for a repeat. Does anybody want a repeat this year? It's going to be so cool. For those of us that have been into dedicated, specific soccer stadiums, it's all the difference in the world. When you're right there, right on the sideline, giving advice to that opposing team's goalie, letting him know how he can up his game, and let him know the spirit and the spunk that we bring from Louisville City. We know how to cheer a team on. And this is just a perfect time for us, obviously. Our city's going through just a great renaissance, a great renewal, thanks to many of you all in here. Much like the spirit of Louisville City is, that's the spirit of our city right now. You see construction everywhere, unemployment's low, investments taking place all over the city. So Louisville City is an apt metaphor for the kind of winning that's taking place in our city right now. So good job to everybody on that. Coming together to make another basketball, excuse me, another thriving, that's my joke I'm going to deliver. Sorry. Come on, sit down. I want to say thank you to Mike Melcho, John Neese, all the ownership, the back office of Louisville City as well. You got to put a great product on the field. There's no question about that. But then you got to have a great team in the office, in the ownership group, to do what they say they're going to do. This is a public-private partnership here. So if the private owners did not step up with this vision of a world-class stadium and put their hard-earned dollars behind it, this would not be happening, okay? Let's hear it for our owners, our back office.
I also want to say thank you to all the supporter groups. And I see you guys out here. Coopers are out here strong. Heretics, I'm sure, are in the house. I'm glad to be a member, honorary member of the Coopers today. If we had not filled the stands throughout these last several seasons, we would not be sitting here today. So to all the fans of Louisville City, I want to say thank you guys very much for making this happen as well. So I will close by saying any good soccer team knows how to get a hat trick done. And what this entire team has done here has been incredible. We put together a championship soccer franchise with a ferocious fan base while playing in a baseball stadium in a town known for horse racing and basketball. Not bad at all. Great job, Louisville City. Thanks, everybody.
All right, so now as we carry on the tradition of talking about the public-private partnership, we are now going to hear from the state, because we could not have done this project had it not been for the leadership of our state. And what we like to say in the Commonwealth of Kentucky, from Pikeville to Paducah and Covington to Capito, everyone is welcome to come to Louisville. We are a friendly city of faith where everyone is welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Governor Matt Bevin.
She's telling me I need to take her on the road. That's probably a good idea. It is hot. You all have been patiently waiting for this to get kicked off. We will keep this short and sweet. I will say this, reiterating what the mayor said, a lot of moving parts to make something like this happen. It starts with a vision and an idea and capital, but it does take people working together at every level. It takes our economic development team who are over here. You guys raise your hand real quick. A lot of ingenuity went into coming up with tips, these little taxable type incentives that can be done to create the opportunity. But it starts with people like Mike Mountjoy. Mike has been passionate about this sport in this city and bringing the two together at this kind of a level for a long, long time. I've known Mike for many years. I actually have something to give you. I'm not going to do it now because everybody will just sweat while we hand it to you. But it's something that was created here in Louisville by Louisville Stoneware, and it's talk about racing across the finish line. What's been done here is phenomenal. It really is. And pretty much every one of us has played soccer at some point in our lives. To see it happen at this level, when I moved to Louisville 20 years ago, what passed for professional sports took place in a pretty tired little area down at the fairgrounds. And where we have come since then on so many fronts, on so many sports, including soccer, which I think is why we're here, right, Greg? Just take it. In all seriousness, really think about it. How awesome, as he said at the end, the way in which all these sports and all these things that we love have come together here in this special place we call home. Thank you to each of you for taking the time to be here to celebrate this momentous day. Take lots of pictures because you'll be able to say you were here when. Thank you very much.
Governor, thank you very much. And just for the record, the next time you say a politician won't leave a mic alone, each of those gentlemen spoke about 2.5 minutes. Can we give them a round of applause for that? All right, ladies and gentlemen, let your eyes shift to the right. My left, he can't wait to get up here. Representing the team and the ownership, a lifelong friend of mine, Mike Mountjoy.
If I'm up there more than a minute, I'll have a sunburned head, so I had to take my hat off. But my job here today is to say a few thank yous. And let me tell you, there are too many people here to thank. for this project. I can never get to the whole group, but let me just start off with a few. Let me go back to the Marshall family and the Oakley family who owned most of this property, that were so kind to be able to agree to sell this property to us at a very fair price so we could start this process. So that was the beginning. Our investor group, and there's more investors in this thing than I can name today. These guys came together. We told them on the front end, I don't know if we'll make money on this thing, but this is going to be a project to create a magnet for young people to stay here and come here. And that was the purpose of this, is to have a sport that works for us as a city to retain and attract young people. We could not have done it without the city council. We spent hours of their time and hours explaining and going through and really hammering out details. Thank you for all of the work you did in that process. Jeff Mosley and Laura Ferguson met with us every Tuesday morning for 3 years to get this project off the ground and running. A huge amount of work for us that they have done. The mayor has stood by us since the first time I went to him and I said, you know, I'm looking at this due diligence on soccer. I think, Greg, this might work in our community. We got enough money to have a professional team. He's been standing behind us all the way down the line. And so is the governor. When Governor Bevan and I talked about this, he wanted the state to be involved in helping. We said the only way we could do it was in a true public-private partnership with the city, with our capital, and with the state's capital. So as Barbara said, we were able to obtain the city council's money to help us buy, the state's money and the tax increment financing to help us pay for. So thank you, Matt. And Terry Gill over here has been, and the whole KIDFA board has been a tremendous help to us. The last group I want to thank are our fans, our team, and our coach. Because without those three things, we wouldn't be anything at all. Our fans have been tremendous, as the mayor said. You've continued to come out and support. We want more of you to come out and support. We want to come into this stadium 11,300 seats plus about 3,000 standing room slots at the end, and we want this thing to be completely full from the beginning, and I'm sure we're going to get there. So our fans, yeah, I agree. Our fans are critical, and our players have been fantastic. And then I'm going to end by saying Barbara's going to come back up here, and she's going to introduce to you the best coach in the USL League, bar none, James O'Connor.
Are you ready? Do we have the #1 coach on the planet? I think he was afraid I was going to say in Butchertown. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the podium, the one, the only, the championship leader, Coach James O'Connor.
Thank you. Sit down, please. God, this is embarrassing. Thank you. Thank you very much. The first thing I'd like to do is obviously thank the owners. I think first and foremost, I think when you look at the vision, you know, the owners have had tremendous vision and tremendous commitment over the years when it started, to be able to see it through, to be able to show people that it's, you know, it's not a silly idea to get soccer in Louisville. Because on the onset, I think people who don't necessarily know look at it and see it as horse racing and see it as a college town. So there's enormous credit for that. And then on top of that, obviously we needed the support of the mayor, the Metro Council, and then the governor at the end. And not least, obviously, you, the supporters. You know, we can never thank the supporters enough. And they're always singing, always standing and shouting song, whether it's hail, rain, or snow. I remember a game last year in the hail, which will stick in my memory for a long time. So I think the most exciting prospect of having our own stadium is for the supporters to be able to call their own home. And I think that's the biggest thing. Proof of concept has been proven, and we've shown we've got the most passionate supporters with a phenomenal leadership group as regards the owners. And I'd like to also thank John Neese on a personal level for all he's done for me and my family. I think that's something I want to place on record as well. But I've spoken long enough, so thank you all for everything you've done, and we're excited for 2020. Thank you very much.
Coach, we could not have timed that any better. He said he's excited for 2020. Unless you've been asleep, you know what's going to happen in 2020. This team is going to play in this stadium during the opening of that season. Is that right, Coach? All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're at the 20-minute mark if you're keeping track. Did they do a good job? All right, so what we're going to do now, we're going to stand up in just a moment, and we're going to break ground together. And I thought for sure they said we were going to break bread together, and I'll take that. That's my cue for this isn't just a soccer stadium. This is 1,700 construction jobs. This is 1,400 permanent jobs going forward. This is mixed-use development. It's a hotel. It's a corporate headquarters. Yes, it is. It's residential. It's entertainment. It's more fabulous places to eat and drink because that's what we love to do in Louisville. There is a vision. And where there is no vision, the people perish, and not one person is going to perish thanks to these folks. Ladies and gentlemen, step up to the shovel. Let's throw sand. Let's shovel gravel. Let's see what we got. Cheer them on. Yeah.